Princess Peach, Rosalina, and even Pauline have all been spotted in the Super Mario movies. However, one major Mario girl is still missing: Princess Daisy. So this begs the question, will Daisy be in the Super Mario Galaxy movie? So, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to support my small channel, and let us begin. Illumination themselves confirmed that we're going to be seeing a ton of new characters outside of Rosalina and Bowser Jr. Princess Daisy just so happens to be a great candidate. She's one of the biggest fan favorites, she's loud and chaotic. And if the cast is going on an adventure in space, Daisy is exactly the type of character you'd want with them because of her fighter personality. She would also complete the Princess Trilogy and be a lover to Luigi, if it isn't Bowser. She could very well be from the Desert Kingdom, aka Tostarena Ruins from Super Mario Odyssey, which we already saw in the trailer and the deodorant leak. Either way, it can play a big role in the movie. Daisy is often associated with deserts, like Peach with grass. Plus, if you look at Sarasaland, Daisy's kingdom in the games, it's literally full of different regions, including a desert, so the whole Tostarena aesthetic already fits her perfectly. And it doesn't even have a clear ruler in Super Mario Odyssey, so Daisy can very well fill in that gap. Not to mention that we actually have this concept art of Peach and Daisy from the first movie. It shows them at a high school prom. This implies that Peach and Daisy could already have a past, and that she already exists in the same world as everyone else. There's this other concept art with Mario and Luigi in an outdoor market setting. First of all, the attire is very similar to the one we saw them wearing in the trailer on their way to Tostarena Ruins, so it's fair to think that it has to do with the Galaxy movie. I will say that concept art isn't a very credible source. Concept art is usually released to show the fans what the movie could have been, but scrapped from one project does not mean scrapped for good, so it's still something to acknowledge. Another thing to point out is that Daisy's kingdom in Mario Kart World features a giant outdoor marketplace. It's not direct proof, but an interesting parallel nonetheless. It really helps that Mario Kart was referenced in the previous film. Finally, let's backtrack all the way to her debut game, Super Mario Land. Much like Peach, she was kidnapped by a villain, but it wasn't Bowser. It was actually this creature named Tatanga. Tatanga is an alien that flies a spacecraft. Yeah, spacecraft. We're talking about the Super Mario Galaxy movie. In a previous video, I did suggest that Bowser Jr. could recruit Boom Boom and Pom Pom as his sidekicks. If they are in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, I see them having bigger roles, such as working under or even alongside Bowser Jr., since they all share similar traits. Much like Bowser Jr., they could have crazy transformations and make for a powerful trio. He could very well do that with Tatanga instead. It's also a great opportunity to put an obscure character like him in the spotlight. With Tatanga in the movie, he could very well help Bowser Jr. kidnap Daisy. While Bowser Jr. is trying to end the universe, Tatanga could capture Daisy to distract the crew from stopping his plans. We do see that Peach is going to space before Mario himself. Since her and Daisy are potentially best friends, Peach would want to be the main hero to take initiative for the mission. So by now, you're probably hella convinced that Daisy will be in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. But there are also many factors that go against her favor. So let's discuss those. Real quick, I want to show off this new custom keychain I got from Meguchak, aka Megan, over on her Etsy shop. It is absolutely beautiful. She has keychains for all the gals, including Daisy herself, and does custom work like this one. She has a huge shop with many amazing products, so I'd definitely go check her out. Links are in the description. Anyways, back to Tostarena Ruins. As much as we wanna associate it with Sarasaland, it will literally never be Sarasaland. Daisy's kingdom has always been representative of various parts of Asia and even Egypt. Even just by looking at her, you can tell that she is of Middle Eastern and/or Indian descent, heavy on the latter given the floral emblems and many cultural features in her Mario Kart kingdom. Tostarena Ruins is inspired by Latin America, on the opposite side of the world. Should Daisy really abandon her Asian culture to rule a kingdom based on Latin America just because it's a desert with a market? I feel like this also just wastes potential for a full Sarasaland depiction in a later movie. Nobody even needs to rule Tostarena Ruins because even in-game, the Tostarenans themselves collectively looked after it. And I feel like Daisy would be on this deodorant leak instead of Luigi if she was truly ruling it. Another thing is that Daisy's bold personality is already reflected in the movie version of Peach. Both are down to earth and ready to take on any challenges in their path. So in a way, Daisy would just be Peach 2.0. They could end up being competitive towards each other due to their same personas, but do we really have time for that dynamic when the universe could literally be ending? Besides, several partnerships have already been established by our trailer, not to mention that we are already getting Rosalina, so introducing two princesses feels unnecessary. She is far more powerful than Daisy, so again, she would just be really overshadowed. Finally, Totanga doesn't necessarily have to be in the movie. Yeah, they said we'll get more obscure characters and he's related to space, but I fear he'd only exist to justify Daisy's presence. Not to mention there are several other ways to distract the crew, such as Boom Boom and Pom Pom kidnapping Toadette. All I'm saying is that Totanga isn't the only option in terms of stalling the crew. Now, for the ultimate decision, will Daisy be in the Super Mario Galaxy movie? Yes! But Daisy is not the only other character to exist. I do think that Daisy will be in a future movie where Sarasaland does show up, which is why I said post-credits. Daisy will not be in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, in terms of the main plot. If I'm wrong, y'all can come back to this video and humiliate me in the comments. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video and see you next time. Peace out!